Did you read about the camera stuff? What they had to, you read about the camera stuff, right? Like what they had to develop for the camera and blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah,
no,
blah, blah.
no.
So
I mean, besides like the coffin.
Well, that's part of it, but
the
it was
sound?
even more than that, which is really cool. So like, this is the first movie that's been completely shot in IMAX, not just an action scene or here or there. The reason for that is because the IMAX cameras are so f***ing loud that absolutely everything would have to be dubbed later, which is terrible for performances. So he had IMAX develop the blimp, which is this big encasing that goes over it to kind of proof the sound, so they're able to do scenes one-on-one close to each other. However, this thing is so f***ing big. Normally, when you have two people doing a scene against each other, the camera is like right back here, right behind them, so you can get an eye line when you're talking to somebody and like act with them.
Yeah.
That is completely impossible with this giant thing in the middle. So he created mirrors.
Yeah.
There's a mirror system on each side of the camera that's like, you're getting a performance and then the other person's getting a performance. So your Robert Pattinson is doing lines to Spider-Man, who's actually over there, but his eye line is right here in front of him because they would set up mirrors to actually act against.
That's awesome.
To be able to like pull off close-ups with IMAX. What's up to all our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the mother-loving geek nation? We haven't done that in a while. And welcome back to Cultpop Live. Cultpop Podcast. Yeah, whatever. It's episode 183.
Yeah,
welcome back.
If you're new here, this is a place where we discuss the things that we love, like movies and television and comics and 3,000-year-old epic poetry and all the other things that scratch your dirty, nerdy little itch.
Tonight we're broadcasting to you live from Yunkjunk HQ. Yunkjunk!
I will never do it.
Forgot about that. Didn't breathe. A bomb-ass podcast studio located right here in Philadelphia.
Those are the unwritten rules. If you're the one doing it, you don't have to yell.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I had a P right there that I just held on to.
I'm Noel of Physical Media Space on Instagram, a digital place where we celebrate physical media. So after you're done here, you go there and you check it out, and then you comment, like, you subscribe. That's at physical_media_space.
And I will say that it is catching.
A little bit.
No, I mean, like, your love of physical media has inspired others to enjoy physical,
myself included.
Physicality.
It's called Stockholm Syndrome. You hang out with me.
And FOMO.
Yeah. A little bit of both.
I'm JD of Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127. It's a rad-ass comic shop and gaming shop and art shop and friendship shop that caters to people just like you. So get on in there and be my friend.
Can we buy friends?
I have 3 friends left that I could sell.
I'm not going to lie. I met JD through buying his stuff, so I sort of feel like I bought a friend.
Yeah,
right?
Or kind of.
I'm for sale.
Or you paid for his friendship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a subscription service wherein I bother you with my friendship.
I won't think too much about, whether it's real or not. That's fine. I don't need to know.
Do you also get, does it matter if it's real if you're getting the comics you paid for?
Doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah. And the friendship you paid for.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Filling in for Alice tonight is fellow podcaster, writer, co-creator of Certified Forgotten, and all caps friend. How does it? There we go. Matt Monagle.
Via purchase MSRP.
Yeah. Say hi, Matt.
Hello, thank you.
We also want to draw your attention to our producer, Noah. Hey, bud, quick question.
Yeah?
Describe what you think a siren song would sound like. She a yarler?
So like a drunken shanty?
Yeah.
Hey, Jason.
Old hot pirates.
Can you not see him like tied to a masthead?
Yes.
Screaming like, take me to the old pirates.
It's a siren that starves to death because they're no good.
No good. Also, here lots of scurvy. Either way, tonight we're going to review the biggest movie in the theaters for the last 2 weeks, and I mean that literally as well as figuratively, depending on where you saw it. That is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
But that's not all. We're also going to gossip about what we've been enjoying this past week, share some recommendations, and catch up as bought and paid friends are wont to do.
True. Reminder.
Ka-ching,
if you're here live, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can hear when we're doing this nasty fun stuff. If you're watching this later, you could also do that stuff. We love a little back and forth, in and out, so pipe up in the chat. You can also send emails to our show at cultpopgo@gmail.com, and we'll address them right here, right now.
Did you add in and out? We'll have a little in and out.
I did.
Made it dirty.
We have letters.
We have letter.
Oh, we have lots and lots and lots and lots of letters.
Sure.
Singular.
This one is from Alice.
Parentheses around the S.
Hello, dear friends! 2 exclamation points. Sorry for my sudden absence. Would much rather be sitting and chatting movies with you guys. I have unfortunately not gotten a chance to see the Odyssey yet due to a demanding work schedule. Or schedule. But you know what I did watch this week? All caps, heated rivalry. And it was, all caps, awesome! I loved it way more than I thought I would, and the chemistry between the cast is fantastic. And the end had me in tears. Cannot wait for season 2 next April, and I'm going to start the books soon. Shout out to friend of the pod, Molly, for watching the show with me and loaning me the books. I was looking forward to seeing the Odyssey and chatting this week, and I was going to introduce a segment called Alice Brings Up a YA Book Series again, because the second Percy Jackson book, Sea of Monsters, takes inspiration from the Odyssey. The gang encounters Polyphemus,
Sure.
Yeah.
Circe, Scylla,
Yeah.
and Charybdis. Charybdis.
I know one of those.
I'm so smart, you guys. With different fun YA twists. So, as I have said on the show before, Percy Jackson rules. Blah! Anyway, I miss you all. Have a good show. No. Have a great show. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. We miss you. Also, speaking of the chat, Saint Saucy, welcome back, brother. Where have you been? We've spent 10 years on this fucking beach. That makes you old.
That's a cool, I mean, it's a reference to the movie we're going to talk about.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I think there's only one F-bomb in the movie, and it's let's get off this fucking beach, I think.
Oh.
It's weird. He looks right into the camera.
Yeah.
It says, let's get off this fucking beach.
Well, actually, he looks right at the camera, pulls off his sunglasses, his aviator sunglasses.
And has sunglasses underneath as well.
First.
And then said, let's get off this fucking beach, and you just hear like,
Oh, yeah. Even though it wasn't
you hear
a pun.
Papa O'Reilly. Anyway,
Hey,
what?
that was the intro to the show.
The intro.
Now we're gonna do the middle section of the show.
Well, I have had some requests to continue with JD. Have you heard?
Oh, JD, have you heard? Yeah,
was a good
I love
segment.
that.
I really got.
because
I
more
got.
often than not, JD has not heard.
I got nothing this week, unless you want to talk about
With all this
Comic-Con.
Marvel shit.
Well, that you heard.
I did hear it.
Is there anything
I
you'd
did
like
hear
to
it.
say about all the Marvel announcements?
The hullabaloo and hoopla.
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con was this past weekend. Do you have any thoughts about
What is the thing you're most excited about from San Diego Comic-Con? Is there something that stuck out to y'all's?
in regards to just Marvel or everything?
Everything.
Season 2 of The Vampire Lestat, also known as Queen of the Damned.
I did
Oh,
see that.
nice.
Confirmed. That show is incredible. I love it very much.
Rest
I'm
in
happy to
peace,
have more.
Aaliyah.
I'm very, very happy for David Jonsson to be stepping into the roles of Black
Panther. I'm so curious
is
about that. And the fact that Coogler's coming back.
Oh, he was never not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't gonna. Like, I think they even said to the effect of like, we'll make a movie when Ryan Coogler wants to make a movie. Yeah.
I just kind of figured after the second one, maybe he would be donezo. And the success of Sinners,
Warren
et cetera, et
Yeah,
cetera.
he's-
One more. He might be
seated-
contractually obligated to do 3.
He
honestly.
seeded this.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
The math doesn't really work out. So, but it's post
Well,
Secret
that's
Wars.
what
so
I'm curious about, yeah.
Let's post Secret Wars so they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What else was there?
Oh
Can't
well,
remember
Ryan
any-
Gosling.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I love Ghost Rider. I think that's wonderful.
There's nothing about it other than, hey, here's who's in it and here's what it is. Maybe if I see a trailer or something. I have grown to appreciate Ryan Gosling in a way that I never did before. In the past several years, I think that he's made some bangers and I find him to be very charming at this point. But I don't know how much I care about Ghost Rider. And I don't know what they're going to be doing with it. And I will say, I hope he's Ketch. I hope he's Danny Ketch and not, what's his nuts? The original. Blaze, Johnny Blaze.
Did you ever read the Jason Aaron run?
Oh, I did.
I
I have both complete collections.
It's
It's so dumb.
sloppy fun. It's
Yeah.
so great. Have you ever read? Do you like?
It's if Wet Puppets were comics.
Not a
Kind of.
huge superhero comic guy. So there's a lot of times I just sort of look at JD and like think while he's talking about stuff. But I will say I am.
Yeah,
I am.
Oh,
I'm
look at
like
his
that
mouth
sounds good. I don't know
move.
what this is. I don't know what this is. Like, well, let's do shopping lists. Because like you talk about like the last week I was on here, you were talking about some kind of like historical comic book thing, and I was just like, I have no frame of reference for this. I will say though, I am.
Look at JD and think.
I am extremely loyal. You got to maintain eye contact in a podcast. It's a visual medium.
Amazing.
Very loyal to the second Ghost Rider movie by the guys that did
Crank.
So
Yeah.
it is
Neville Dean and Taylor.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't pull that.
Wow.
It is very much of its era, but it is delicious,
Yeah.
and that is the entirety of my knowledge to Ghost Rider. Other than he was a pretty good character to play in like Marvel Alliance.
There's some okay. Skip Ghost Rider
Okay.
the movie. Watch Spirit of Vengeance, and even if you don't like it, there's some camera work in that movie that is
Oh,
so
it's bonkers fun.
stupid good.
Yeah.
Like
Good.
I don't know. I still don't know how they pulled it off. Like Idris Elba going 35 miles an hour backwards, flying off of a road with like it's not CG.
It's so dumb. Yeah, it's
Really
very
fun
dumb.
stuff.
I loved it. Yeah, it was really fun.
No, I think what I think this is cool. Did I want a Ghost Rider movie? No, not really. But it came from Gosling.
What did?
This.
Oh, he wanted to do Ghost Rider.
He had been talking about it in interviews for years. It wasn't really a joke. He pitched it himself.
Oh, you know what?
So it comes
I'm
from
getting more
like,
interested.
That's cool.
Horowitz.
Horowitz started
Horowitz
like
talked about it, yeah.
asked him like, oh, if you ever wanted to do something with Marvel. This was like 7 or 8 years ago. He was like, Ghost Rider's awesome. He's my favorite character. And then Horowitz asked Feige, and he was like, shit. I mean, if he wants to do it,
If the Goss wants to do
he just
it.
talked to us, and then it just went back and forth, and then all of a sudden he's pitching it with Sean Levy because during Starfighter,
Yeah.
he pitched it to him,
Mhm.
and then he came up with something, and they were like, let's go do this.
Okay, that sounds a little bit more
I
interesting.
like the idea of it instead of being some sort of like overarching story mandate. It actually came from a couple of
Creative,
artists who wanted
yeah.
to like do something.
Okay.
Maybe it'll still be trash. Maybe it'll be fun.
Counterpoint.
Sean Levy.
Marvel has dropped the ball on the most slam dunk movie ever, which is
Blade.
the Mahershala Ali movie with
Oh.
Blade. He was a guy that wanted to do that,
Yeah.
and a movie that everybody wanted to see, and all you had to do was give him a sword and have him fight vampires, and they couldn't figure out a way to make it done. So
I want the Going Rogue podcast of that
Yes.
because there's like 14 different scripts and the 2 strikes in between it,
Mhm.
and the pandemic. So since they announced that there was the pandemic, there were 2 strikes. There was like 3 or 4 different directors attached, and so like I think that movie just was cursed from the jump.
Yeah.
Even Feige kind of admits to it now. Like,
Regret, yeah.
yeah, huge regret.
Speaking of which, there's a new episode today.
Feige.
Of Feige. A new episode of Feige.
Feige and
Of,
Feige.
the new episode of
Going Rogue-
Feige opens tomorrow.
The Going Rogue podcast about Supergirl.
Oh, interesting. I did finish Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Fall of
Yeah.
Skywalker. Yeah.
Fall of Skywalker. Sorry.
pretty
Are you
interesting.
familiar with the Going Rogue podcast?
I am not, but I'll
We
look
are
it up.
big fans here.
It's pretty wonderful. Tansy Gardner.
Tansy Garden.
Tansy Garden. She basically chronicles troubled productions.
Mm.
It's called Going Rogue because the first season was about Rogue One
Gotcha.
and all the multiple
Yeah.
things that went down. Really great researcher.
Gardam.
Gardam.
Tansy Gardam.
Okay.
Gardam. Sorry. Anywhomst.
So yeah, have you heard? That was in Janie. Have you heard?
Have you heard movies?
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, this is the segment of the show that I lovingly call What's Poppin', wherein I ask my friends and co-hosts, hey, friends and co-hosts, what was poppin' for you this week? And I'm going to throw it to Noel. Hey, Noel, you got 2 on the docket. What was poppin' for you? You popped twice.
So
Pop, pop.
I watched 2 movies. Well, I watched more than 2 movies. There are 2 movies I wanted to mention. One is Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Came out in 2026, written and directed by Matt Jonsson. Written by Matt Jonsson and Jay McCooley, whatever, and Matt Jonsson. Anyway, Rotten Tomatoes 96%, audience 95%. Have you seen or heard about this movie?
I've heard about it from the Slash Filmcast.
I have heard about it. It seemed too meta for me all the way down the line.
Do you know? So you do know what it's about?
I know that it's a movie adaptation. Is it a show of a thing?
Yeah. It's but first of all, I only saw the movie. I thought the movie's title was not that it's a movie of a show, just that in the movie, Nirvana the band, which is the name of the band, is trying to get a show. So Nirvana the band, the show, the movie. Then I found out that it is a TV show of 2 seasons from in Canada of just these 2 guys. I think it came out in 2017 or something like that. These two guys who would do absolutely anything to get a show for their band booked at the Rivoli, which is apparently like a very popular venue in Canada, in Toronto. And it escalates in ways that, like, you know, treasure maps and digging tunnels instead of just being a good band. So that's the joke of it.
What is the what's the show everybody loves that was on HBO?
Flight of the Conchords.
Nathan Fielder.
Fielder for Nathan for you.
Yeah, it seemed like it was operating in that end. Of
the rehearsal you're talking about.
The rehearsal, yes.
Yeah,
the rehearsal.
That's a little bit. It's actually not nearly that uncomfortable.
Okay.
It's way more whimsical and
good.
tongue in cheek. So this is just a continuation of that show. You don't have to have watched the show. You can just watch this cold. They are just two very silly, dumb men who, one is musically talented, the other is not, and they try and get a show at the Rivoli. We started watching this movie. My wife had no idea what it was about at all. I had a kind of an idea just because of the Slash Film Guest, and she was not into it for the first 10 minutes. Because she was just like, what the fuck are we watching? These are just two idiots talking. They have this plan that is not going to go well. And I'll spoil the first plan. The first plan is getting to the top of the spire, like that in Toronto. What's that?
Tower.
Yes. Get a tour on the roof, skydive off of it into the Blue Jays field with flyers so people will come to the show. It's the dumbest thing in the world. They do it. So the movie keeps escalating into a way of like them actually on it, and it's filmed in guerrilla style. There's people with cameras with them, and you're seeing a mix of these security cameras, because apparently I guess the tour you can actually hook up and walk around the spire outside.
Oh, whoa.
So, which I was just like, that's not no.
I'll do it.
So they have parachutes, like handmade parachutes on their backs, and
And this is script. It's like a scripted film.
It's scripted, but it's shot like documentary style.
Okay.
So they're arguing with each other. The one guy's really afraid. The other guy's not. The tour is happening. You don't hear anything because they're up top, and you only see the security cameras. And then just like he cuts off the line. He's like, and then the bad weather's coming, so the dome is closing for the balls, and they're just like, go. And he pushes him. Yeah. So like you're just watching a comedy of errors.
I love that it's silent.
It just keeps escalating to the point where like he just fucking pushed him. Like you think the movie is kind of it's communicating to you that they're just going to keep failing. Yeah. But then instead of doing that, it escalates. Yeah. And then it just keeps going for the duration of the runtime of like how wild their things get to the point where it becomes magical realism. Mm-hmm. And it was fucking fun. Yeah. It was a really, 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 really good movie.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a lot of references to 80s movies. There's a lot of like the journey is what matters. But the main conceit was a surprise to me. But like what the big plan ends up being. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that they would do that, and I didn't think it would work out, but it's kind of really fun.
Great.
It's a really fun movie.
Oh, I'll definitely want to check it out.
It's definitely worth the 96%. It was really good.
Awesome.
Yeah. And the other film that I watched is something that I know you've never seen, or probably will never see, is No Time to Die. 007 from 2021, directed by Cary Joji Fukunaga. Rotten Tomatoes 83%, audience score 88%. This is the last Daniel Craig movie. Did you see it?
I did not. I'm not a Bond guy.
I don't think anybody should be or needs to be.
Yeah.
This is the second time I've watched the movie all the way through. It's kind of a masterpiece.
What?
In how it.
Oh.
Bond.
The first one.
Bond and that was also like.
And Skyfall was good.
Bond as an institution is kind of a really weird one because it's very specific on its very specific kind of niche in the spy genre that has a lot of with the wrong alchemy of ingredients becomes a parody of itself. Mm-hmm. So like he's a cad, then all of a sudden he's almost a rapist. Oh, it's high tech, but then all of a sudden they're on the moon. Like it without measured storytelling, it becomes a parody of itself. Yeah. And these 5 Daniel Craig movies have escalated in kind of the opposite way that almost every single other Bond has escalated. Mm-hmm. So every other Bond has become kind of stupid to the point where, I think it was the last what's his name?
Pierce Brosnan
movie was a satellite blocking out the sun.
Yeah.
This has escalated in the opposite direction of actually allowing Bond to mature and become an adult and make real choices about his future. This could be the very last Bond movie, and it would be the most satisfying experience over 25 movies.
Wow.
I cannot stress how just so fucking well done this movie is. And it's also just put together so incredibly well. Do you know who carried?
No, I was about to ask that question.
He directed all of True Detective Season 1.
There it is.
So it has this kind of, the movie is huge, but tiny at the same time. And I was watching it with a giant grin on my face, and the last like kind of 15 minutes, I was almost crying. It's just so well done. This movie is so incredibly well done. It balances fun as well as pathos, and it for a franchise that's been around for over 50 years, it's the first time I've ever been surprised by a James Bond movie.
Because we were doing the Mission Impossible watch through the entirety, I have on several occasions been like, oh man, I should really sit down and watch those Daniel Craig 007s, because I've only seen maybe 2 of them. But I've been interested in watching all of them.
You can
but I just never got around to it.
I think you can even watch this one cold.
I mean, yeah, you kind of know who he is, right?
Because they do flashbacks to like Lost Love, right?
Yeah, like the first 20 minutes is if you saw Casino Royale, the woman he loves died.
Yeah,
huzzah!
Huzzah!
But it matters this time. It matters for this version.
It matters for this version of Bond because he's about to like move on from her finally, and then just everything goes awry. It's also so well shot. Like stupid film theory well shot. Yeah. There's one specific interaction in the movie, and I had to rewind it to kind of figure out how they did it, and I'm still not sure whether they used a Texas switch or a hidden cut. And it's 1.5 seconds long, 2 seconds long of he enters a garage where his stuff is stored. Something terrible happens, and now he's pissed, so he's going to his like a stash house. He opens the garage, it's only lit from behind, and there's a car there. He is framed on the right, and then it's full frame of the car. The camera starts to pan. He pulls the tarp off the car as it's panning, and by the time it gets to the other side of the car, he's getting in the car and driving off. So the movie is so stylish in like the most subtle and creative ways that it didn't even have time to cut to him getting in the car. We just wanted to do like the smooth transition of him just getting in the car, even though physically he couldn't have done that.
No,
so
fun.
I watched it 3 times thinking like, did they just use a body double to get in the car and or pull the tarp?
Yeah.
Or did they just do 2 plate shots of him doing 2 different things? And just
I want it to be
really
a Texas
wooderful
switch.
things like that. I think it would be cool if it was a Texas switch. But
I love a Texas switch. Yeah.
But stuff like that.
I'm stoked.
Absolutely. You can. It's on. I think it's streaming on Prime.
Wonderful.
Watch just the cold open. It's like 20 minutes long. It's all the stuff with Vespa, and then just ends in like a really good emotional beat, and then the movie skips 5 years.
Okay.
You could literally watch that first chunk, and if you're not into it, just go away. You have no heart. You have no soul. Yeah.
Okay.
I love this movie so much.
Oh, I'm excited. Wonderful. Hey Matt, what was popping for you this week, brother?
This week I got my new present.
Physical media.
I got physical media because unfortunately my friend Noel is starting to wear off, and I should probably do it with this part out because this is the part with the actual title.
Such a good set.
It's the Prophecy box set. I have been sort of resistant to buying physical media for a long time. Not other types of media, but movies in particular, because I don't tend to rewatch stuff. And so it always seemed like it was not the best investment, especially when I'm flirting with as many different hobbies as I am. But there are a million reasons outside of even kind of what, you would espouse as a physical media lover. I love my Vanna White over here. Today they just announced that like these AI companies are buying rare books and destroying them as part of like their plan to like monopolize content.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's AI companies are buying, digitizing, and destroying rare books because there's a first use license loophole that they found in like United States copyright. It made Futurist, 404 Media, a couple other things. It just seems irresponsible with the state of the world.
I got a some feminist comedy literature from the thrift store recently,
Oh yeah, buddy.
Oh,
and like a 4-pack of this lady I've never heard of before. But physical media just rocks. I love books.
Yeah.
Had to chime in.
no,
Hey,
great. I'm glad you did.
There's what's the name of the bookstore on South Street that's basically just all like
Anarchy.
anarchy pamphlets and stuff.
I know the one
You
you
should
mean.
go there. It's wonderful.
I can't remember the name, but it is nice.
Look up Anarchy Bookstore on South Street, Philadelphia.
Oh, there you go. It's literally called
sure
the
what it's
Anarchy
called.
Bookstore.
No, I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
look up.
Yeah, you'll find it if you just
Yeah.
put in anarchy. So I've been trying to pick up some of the things that I know that I love.
Yeah.
Because I want to have things and I don't want to,
beautiful
to
set.
find out that like it's been removed from whatever site I technically purchased it on. So I bought Prophecy. I love these movies. These movies were a whole person. I went through a phase in middle school. Probably shouldn't admit this, but like where I would like crouch on things.
Of course.
And like with
Of
your
course.
fingers steepled, like
Yeah.
Christopher Walken does in,
Yeah.
in the movies.
Did you smoke?
Cloves.
Was
Later.
a smoker?
Cloves.
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 Not a clove smoker.
Cloves with fingerless
Oh, wooden
gloves.
shoe?
Straight to tobacco.
Wooden shoe?
There it is. That's the one.
Wooden
The
shoe.
wooden shoe books on South Street.
That
yeah,
is the
no,
one.
you would love that.
Go get your
If you-
propaganda.
I'm sure you've been there. You've lived here for a long time.
I do have one a really cool kind of radical edge bookstore near me called Harriet's over in Fishtown.
nice.
But I'll have to check out Wooden Shoe.
Wooden shoe's nice.
Maybe you should.
Fishtown or South Street usually means expensive.
Actually, not the place. You're good.
What was the point?
Oh, I just go there. You're gonna break.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Hey, there we go.
Please
there
don't
we
hit-
go. That is
My knee hurts.
that
We're
is
all
like a
over-
whole.
we're over
that's
40,
Like a
that
whole,
hurts.
That's a perfect angle. That is a perfect angle for you. There you go.
Why is he pooping?
You're looking great.
My knee.
But I, as someone who was raised in a very, very Catholic household, whose father is an ordained deacon, like come from a very religious family,
Dope.
this kind of stuff, like any sort of religious horror, is already catnip for me.
Yeah.
And it's just such a fun premise. It's written and directed by Gregory Wyden. I think it was the last film that he made, the writer of Backdraft. And I think he also did Highlander. I think it was also his screenplay as well.
Oh my god.
But it is this war between heaven and hell where the gates of heaven have been locked to humanity because basically the angels never stopped fighting and God peaced out. Was like, I don't want to deal with any of this. And so it's just some of the great, the first movie has, we were talking about it earlier, has Virginia Madsen and Elias Koteas, has Christopher Walken, it has Viggo Mortensen playing Satan.
Yep.
And maybe one of the most delicious, like every now and then somebody will put a list together of like top actors or top Satan performances. And it's, interesting picks like Elizabeth Hurley and Bedeviled or whatever. But the answer is always Viggo and Prophecy. It's always Viggo and the Prophecy. And it's a really cool, like all three of them, the three that have Christopher Walken. I've seen the first two. I'm excited to check out the third. I run the risk of making these movies my personality for a little bit again, which I'm kind of okay
Celebrate
with.
the shit out of that.
Like Alice doesn't like things in a chill way.
You can't life's too short to
like
Right?
things in a chill way. I'm learning that. I got called out by my boss earlier today. This is a side story of my work has to do a lot with acronyms and groups and departments that are responsible for things that I don't necessarily understand. I've been there for almost a year and I still have to ask like, well, which one is this again?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, somebody just randomly asks, like, what years did Stranger Things take place? And I just start doing, like, wild math in my head about, like, well, in the second season, they're wearing the original Ghostbusters uniforms. That's 1983. And then,
Oh my god.
and my boss literally looked at me. She was like, you remember this shit, but you don't remember, like, what department you work in? I was
Yeah,
like,
because
no.
I cared about that
No,
shit.
because this is my hyperfixation and this is my personality. It's just how it is. I'm going to write the things I don't care about on my hand and cheat. But when it comes to stuff like this, yeah, it's my personality.
Also, not on the official Poppin list, but speaking of the Duffer Brothers, I just watched Hidden, their debut feature that came out a year before they did Stranger Things. And it's a very interesting dry run of a lot of the stuff that they would eventually do in the show. It's got soldier stuff and government conspiracies and horror and action. So if you are interested in Hidden by the Duffer Brothers, it's actually a pretty good little movie. I was very, very surprised.
Oh,
and
It's
it
good
has
to hear. I don't think
less
I'm
than 10
aware of it.
reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was going to say it's got an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes also.
Schnaps.
Hey,
Less
JD,
than
what's poppin' for
10%.
you?
Hey, for me, it was Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. Came out this year, 2026, of our Lord. Directed by Lauren Montgomery. Rotten Tomatoes has it at an 89% with an audience score of
3.
100.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, man, if you know anything about Avatar, The Last Airbender, not to be confused with the other Avatar that no one cares about. I'm a big Avatar fan.
I don't mind it.
Avatar, The Last Airbender. Are you a James
love them.
Cameron Avatar
I'm
guy?
a James Cameron believer, unfortunately. I hate
Oh,
it. But
good
I
for
am.
you.
Yeah, even when they're bad, they're like, it's impressive.
To be fair, I haven't seen any of them since number 1 of the Avatars.
I mean, you know the story.
But anyway, Airbender, Last Airbender. This is a movie that picks up many years after the show ends. And so they were children when the show ended. And now this is them, I want to say, in their mid to late teens. And we just kind of pick up where they would be. And they have an adventure. There is no... Sushan and I were talking about it. There's no... what's the word I'm looking for? Character development, right? There's no one goes through any particularly changes or anything, but it's just a solid adventure with the characters that you know and love and slightly older. And I would say everything is... My one qualm with it is that everything is so choreographed that I was like, oh, well, maybe it's so obvious, maybe this won't be the case. And then it was like, oh, no, it's the case. So, but it's also like a kid's cartoon. So maybe I'm just like... coming at it a little too with too many expectations, because the show was so good.
The show is a kid's cartoon. They explicitly aged up the characters, so it should be a little bit more mature than that, correct?
Yeah, right. You would want if you're doing this in the way that Harry Potter grows with the audience, right? Yeah, you would want that. But this is like pretty rote.
I guess we'll see this weekend if Spider-Man pulls that off, because they explicitly want to age him up with us. Which is interesting.
But
JD, we're friends, right?
Yes. You pay me.
Do you judge? I do. Do you judge me for having never seen a single second of Avatar?
Oh, sweetheart. Sweetheart. I've never watched it either.
Okay. I was gonna say.
No.
I feel like this is a core thing for you, though. This feels like it is one of your core franchises.
Oh yeah, it is. No, I love the series. I've watched it a couple of times, and it's delightful. I even like the sequel series, Korra, Legend of Korra. I've read the. My favorite Avatar is actually Avatar Kyoshi, because I read the novel The Rise of Kyoshi, which is just baller as hell. It's so good.
Live action Netflix show, okay? Yes, no?
It's cute.
Okay.
It tried.
Okay. We love it for that.
But man. Last Airbender, Avatar Aang, really solidly animated, way better than anything in any of the shows. It looks expensive. The animation, the action sequences are really well done.
Why is that the best compliment? Like, it looks like it costs money.
Yeah.
Like, right. You have something else. But before that, I will forever get shit in our friend group for never watching this and Rebels. Probably.
Rebels is another good one.
I've heard good things.
I've heard great things
My
too.
favorite Star Wars.
And I've tried. But I can't hold on to television.
It like starts young and then gets better and older as it goes. But if you don't stick through it, it does feel very young at the very beginning. Yeah.
Star Wars and I broke up when I was 13, and we've never gotten back together.
Prequels.
I
won't say we're on the outs, but we're a little, the honeymoon's over.
Fair enough.
Star Wars and I broke up, but I'm so happy that they're doing well with their new audience.
I agree with that.
Like,
they're for kids. They're not for me.
Yeah.
I just want you to be happy, Star Wars.
I really do.
Star Wars gave me everything I ever wanted.
Star Wars is the reason I'm into film.
And that was the end of Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's for everyone else now. It's fine.
My other Poppins, very quickly.
We'll make it quick. Do it slow.
Speaking of physical media, Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, finally, after decades... it's finally out and in my grubby little mitts, and this is so fun. I don't know if you can see this.
That's the one
there's a veil.
This one.
There's a veil. Oh, and we're gone. I don't know what happened to us, but yeah,
there you go.
It's a magnet, and there's a veil, and you lift the veil up because she's the bride.
What?
And then whoop, and then there's stuff inside. You take out the stuff out of her head, which includes a little book.
Can I see the book?
With blood splattered.
Please, thank you.
And then you get there's even a little flip book style to the Blu-rays where someone's being beheaded.
Yeah, it's head and then no head. Right?
Yeah. Head and then no head.
That's it.
And it comes with
film cell, right?
Film cells. Yeah. And I haven't this is like I should open this, but it's like shrink wrapped.
I wouldn't either. Let me see. I think these are
and the digital code.
They're 8 perf. I think these are 70 mil.
I think Pink is in the Discord chatting with us in the Discord instead of in the chat.
So
Yeah.
I have
You wanted
ordered
to mog me?
a little bit, but I have ordered this. I'm very excited to get it.
And the VHS
But
he ordered.
this set also pisses me off.
Tell me why.
Why is it 2 discs? The entire purpose of
No,
this
wait a minute.
endeavor, the movie is on 2 discs. You flip the disc for
No!
why is it one movie if I have to switch the discs?
I've
already-
been mogged, bro.
I'm not, the mogging's not over.
I didn't know that because I didn't actually look at the discs. I assumed it was all on one disc, and these were all extra discs,
Nope.
like extras.
Bonus
gotta switch
features?
it.
Mother Hubbard.
So,
I've been
I'm
mogged, bro.
I am going to share. The mogging's not over. I'm going to share my favorite version of this movie.
Oh,
Here comes
We've already
VHS.
seen
It feels like I'm in a nightmare hearing about this. I could not wish this on anybody. What is going on?
What is
oh,
this?
What
you
is
piece
that?
of shit.
What is that? Oh, Noel is ruining JD tonight.
Really-
So this is the
This is
imprint.
kind of disrespectful.
This is the
This is an average size.
This is
I'll have
awful.
You know.
This is
This
a
is technically JD's podcast that
imprint.
you are showing him
This
up
is
on.
the imprint via Vision edition of Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2.
It's bigger than a box of cereal.
This is a category on a filthy website. What Noel is up to. This is insane.
Judge my cereal
Costco
size,
size for me, baby.
family size.
Oh yeah, every time.
Okay, so it's
Oh my gosh.
not just the movies. So
Sheebums.
there's the card in the back. Now
Let's make space on the table.
you have to see how cool this is too, because it's like a spot gloss image. I don't know, you can't really see it with the lights. Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go. Perfect.
Look how wonderful that is.
Oh,
Okay,
God
so
damn you, Noel.
we open this bad boy up. This is the first time I've opened it.
All right, mog yourself. How much did this cost you?
In real money,
You don't have
Yeah.
to answer that as your attorney.
I think the MSRP is 120.
Oh,
Oh, that's not bad.
However,
that's it.
it was only available via import, so like you actually have to pay a lot. But I got it for trade. Like I traded a dude $120 worth of like steel books for this.
I don't know if Noel having more disposable income is necessarily a self-own.
It's hey, look.
You
okay,
piece of
so,
shit.
So I was gonna say when Matt was talking about like didn't want to get down the rabbit hole of like all these things that you own and like there's so many of them, you get to a point where you start to cycle them out and trade for other stuff. So like that's
Very true.
basically where I'm
I have
at.
not reached that point yet.
Where I have
You're prettier now.
oh, thank you. I mean, yes. So we've got a hardcover photo album. We've got 11 by 8 inch lobby cards. I'm not going to go through all of them.
Really cool.
2 posters for each movie, 2 double-sided full sheet posters for each movie.
I'm not gonna undo that.
So 4 total.
Glossy paper. This is nice. I don't like touching it though.
And then we've got
And then
both
itty bitty DVDs.
both movies with full slipcases. How they were intended to be watched separately.
You know what makes all this possible? No kids.
Sometimes.
Hey,
I thought
he's
you were
got
gonna
a
say viewers
nephew.
Like you.
No.
He's got a nephew.
I do have a
That's true,
nephew.
you have a
that
nephew.
Hey Noel.
Yeah.
If you come across this again,
I think it's still available.
let me know.
I just,
For 125.
prices-
That's not bad.
prices
125 bucks. That's it.
120.
I thought this would be like 300.
No, you know what? Maybe it finally gets. Maybe it'll.
I'm
eventually
sure it
get
is
there.
now. Right? Like if this
But
was this
I was-
limited edition
This is
thing.
glorious.
Is it numbered? Actually, I don't think it was numbered.
I love the lenticular. You know what I love
It is-
best
it
about
is
this?
such a clean
It
lenticular.
Fits, it fits so nice on your DVD shelf.
So it does sit face out at the like toppest shelf alone
yeah.
because it's stupid.
We eat our
Here's
breakfast
the
on
fun
it.
stuff I'm learning. This is a flip lenticular, not a 3D lenticular,
Oh.
because the flip means the image completely changes. The 3D is when something looks like it's.
Hop, hip,
Yeah.
hop, hop, hip, hop.
But yeah, so this is how
you know what?
this is how the movie's meant to be.
I'm glad you mogged me because I really like looking at this. This was
It's so
great.
cool, right?
Well, I don't mean to show you up, but I also brought my special edition of Kill Bill.
I want you to meet my friend
Quentin Tarantino.
It's the 20 VHS box set. You're welcome. You're
I
welcome.
would definitely
1
rather
minute
meet
at a
Uma
time.
Thurman than Quentin Tarantino.
I would rather a lot. You know what?
Quentin Tarantino's.
I would probably. I don't think I would enjoy his movies. I don't think I would ever want to be in a room with Quentin Tarantino for any.
I can only listen to
period
his
of
interviews for like 2 minutes.
Squintin' Tarantine toes.
Oh no.
That's very good.
I have to open it back up.
All right, that was what was popping for us this week. Noel just flopped a 12-incher onto the table. Nice try, though, JD. Thanks, Pink. I thought this was a review of the Odyssey.
It still is. Give us a minute. Give us a minute.
This is what they call the preamble. All right, here we go. The fucking Odyssey, 2026. Written and directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, John Leguizamo, Zendaya, Charlize Theron, Himesh Patel, John Barenthal, Lupito Nyong'o, Elliot Page, Samantha Morton, Benny Safdie, Bill Irwin, and Mia Mother-Lovin' Goth. Rotten Tomatoes has this at a 94% and an audience score of 97%, 3 less than Aang, the Last Airbender.
Odysseus saw this.
Odysseus, the delicious king of Ithaca, embarks on a perilous journey to return home after the Trojan War. Crossing the Mediterranean Sea with his fellow soldiers, they soon find themselves battling not only the elements, but an array of deadly obstacles and mythical creatures along the way. So let's real quick, what is your experience with the Odyssey before we get into this film? Have you read it?
I read it in high school. I have a story about this, actually. My freshman year of high school, there was an English teacher that everybody knew you wanted to get her, that she was great. She had reputation all the way down to middle school. You heard about it going to the high school. So I got into her class, and I was very excited, but they had overbooked all the classes. And so they did like a random lottery by student ID numbers to put you into like an overflow English class.
That's crazy.
And in that overflow English class, there was some recent college graduate who picked up the semester's worth of stuff. She was so earnest, God bless her. She was like, we're going to read the Odyssey. This is going to be great. I want all of these like overflow students to read the Odyssey with me. We read it, again, freshman in high school. As a group, we turned on Odysseus so hard that last I heard, she quit teaching. She stopped after that first year. She was like, this is not for me. I don't feel great about that now. Back then, I was very proud. Now I don't feel great about it, but that was my experience with the Odyssey. The last time that I read it was in high school when I thought that it was ridiculous and he was an asshole and all this other stuff. And
I mean, you're not
some
wrong.
Some of those reads were not, like patting myself on the back at like 14. I wasn't wrong about all of it.
Yeah. So you made someone quit their
not me. Collective action.
Yeah, like I don't own that alone.
I didn't, yeah, we all put on blindfolds and fired a gun. Only one of them had a bullet.
Nice. So what's your experience with the Odyssey? Did you make anyone quit?
No, I didn't make anyone quit, but I also did have like a the English teacher you hear about and everyone wants their class. He turned out to be a creeper, but still one of the best classes I've ever taken. We did not read the Odyssey, but it was part of our. It was weird. It was our required reading over the summer. Powered through it. We never talked about it in class. So most of my Odyssey knowledge comes from the 1997 miniseries with Armand Assante.
Ah, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
The best adaptation, if I will.
It's the best is a relative term. It's the most fancifully comprehensive adaptation.
Everyone is familiar.
It's a TV miniseries.
Everyone's familiar with the essay that Emily Wilson wrote trashing this one, but she also wrote another essay celebrating the Armand.
No, it would have been great though.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
I wish she had.
Yeah. Because Armand Assante doesn't get enough love. It is the most recognizable narrative ever. Mm-hmm. So even when you have never seen the Odyssey, you know what's going to happen in the Odyssey. How many times has it been adapted? How many times is it like, oh brother, we're out there. It was the Odyssey. Like everything is the Odyssey. Mm-hmm. So even not knowing or having seen or read it, you're just kind of like, oh, fiction. Mm-hmm. Got it. Yeah. Like with Star Wars, it's just like, oh, I've seen this before. Like, but what was it when John Carter came out?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, this is the same plot as blah. I'm like, this was written 50 years before that. Mm-hmm. Like they're all using the same thing over and over again. Yeah. And the Odyssey is a perfect example of that.
Yeah. I know that I read it as a kid in probably high school, and I didn't remember much about it. And I didn't really have much experience. I've never seen the Armand Assante.
It's actually really
made for television experience.
But he does pull off the prick version
Yeah, does
of
he?
Odysseus. Yeah, everything is just like with his open chest.
But I was just excited for the spectacle of it. Like I like more often than not, I like Christopher Nolan quite a bit, and I like going to the theaters specifically for that experience that he sort of tries his hardest to present. And I thought it was an interesting choice to make Matt Damon Odysseus. Not somebody I would have expected to be like sort of like this sort of character.
Yeah.
But I was looking forward to it just because of those reasons. I was like, oh, it's a big spectacle, a big summer movie. An interesting choice for a big summer movie.
Yes.
Moreover, I was like, the Odyssey. Okay, this will be fun and interesting. So I was looking forward to it, and then I went and saw it, and I thought it was great.
Good.
Yeah. You go. Did you also think it was great? Why or why not?
Oh wait, what did you all see it in?
Oh, ooh.
Can I mog again?
King of Prussia movie theater.
King of Prussia 35 or the IMAX?
No, 35.
35.
All right, can I mog on you?
Yeah, you went.
I
70.
did not see it at the King of Prussia IMAX, but I did go and see it at the Bryn Mawr Film Institute in 70 millimeter. You've probably read
I
this.
saw it
already.
at this size.
Yeah, I
Compared
saw
to
it
Noel's,
at the
this
bigger.
is the
I was
size
in the
I-
middle somewhere, but part of what I love about the Bryn Mawr Film Institute is they really emphasize film education. And so before they did it, it wasn't a specialty screening. It was just like part of their normal lineup. Their director of programming came out and did 10 minutes on the difference between 70 millimeter and 35 millimeter.
It's fucking cat.
And it was so, I love the Bryn Mawr so much. Go to the Bryn Mawr Film Institute. It's the best.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Wasn't it? What's the theater? The famous theater in LA? They used ArcLight.
Yeah.
The ArcLight used to do that. They had staff do little presentations before the movie. I miss
I would much
presentation.
rather that in my theater experience than fucking Pepsi commercials.
Yeah.
For 30 goddamn minutes.
No, one pays the bills.
Sure.
But I'd pay an
You could
extra.
sprinkle in a little of the other stuff.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I did get a chance to see it in 70 millimeter at 70 millimeter IMAX at King of Prussia before
It broke.
it broke.
Is King of Prussia Limax?
No, not at all.
Okay, it's actual IMAX.
It's
One of the dozen true IMAX theaters in the country.
Cool. Just
20
I wasn't sure.
26.
26 is the count?
Yeah, 26 theaters.
25 now. This KOP broke.
Hey, you're not wrong.
26 theaters, 26 IMAX theater, or true IMAX theaters with 70 millimeter projectors in the country, 40 in the world.
Mhm.
So people did travel like 10-hour drives and cross states to come to the King of Prussia.
It was, I mean, if you look
Theater.
right now, if it was not broken, if you looked right now, because Andrea and I were trying to figure out, we were going to try and see it in IMAX.
I would like to.
2 weeks
still.
ago, we were looking at showtimes, and unless you want to sit in the first row, it was booked through the end of August.
I have tickets again for August 17th.
Even still, I'm wondering, do I still want to get a ticket for end of August?
Probably.
So it broke Friday morning and then was broken through
The theater
Tuesday.
projector.
The theater projector.
Yeah.
For no reason other than it just did. And because there are only 26 theaters, they had to I'm pretty sure they had to fly in a tech because there's only so many IMAX technicians
Yeah.
and there's only so many things you could do to fix
His
it.
name is Chuck.
He goes by
He's the
Charles. His
one.
professional name is Charles.
His last name is IMAX. Chuck IMAX.
Charlie IMAX. He just travels around. But there was a lot of hub all over Reddit, all over social media. It was like our local theater was popular for the wrong reasons, and
On blast.
to no fault of the actual staff. It's not like those kids know how to fix a IMAX projector. Yeah,
Have you
Are we
worked
not
in-
supposed to
have you
put
worked in a
bubble gum
projector's
in it?
booth?
yeah. I am a level 4 certified projectionist.
Nice. We didn't do it that way. I worked in a
Like a
projection
black
booth in
belt,
Alaska,
or-
but we didn't certify shit. We just did. But you know then that things break and it's nobody's fault and there is no easy fixes.
No, it like when there's if you ever had to deal with a brain, the movie film Braining, right?
Brain wrap.
Brain wrap. Thank you. If you ever had to deal with a brain wrap when the film is going through the middle motor that goes up to the top of the spool to go through the projector, if it's going too fast at all, it starts to spin inside the spool faster and then just wraps and tightens and just continues to tighten until it tears. Then it seizes in the projector. And if it's in the projector too long, it doesn't get the cue to stop the light and then the light burns through it. So it's this whole thing.
Yes.
If you get one of those mid-movie, you have to not only stop everything, but you can't just you have to literally cut it out, unspool it, spool it back on, splice it back in, and then restart from a spot. That's if you're a 19-year-old with a packed auditorium. Like, it's not the easiest thing to do. So I get
I've been there.
I feel
Have you
for
tried
those guys.
turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yes.
Okay.
I had
that's all I got.
The 2 towers fly off the platter at the end of the night when I was breaking it down, and I had to hand spool the entire thing back onto the platter. I do miss those days. I don't miss doing it myself.
All of a sudden, I'm like,
buy a movie theater. Let's we can run it. We can do that.
We bought a movie theater.
Yeah.
Just
We can
like
do
Matt
it.
Damon Zoo.
Yeah.
Hey, what about the Odyssey?
Oh yeah. So
what did you think of this film?
We saw it Thursday night.
Yeah.
So I got to see it right before it broke,
Yes.
and it was probably like top 3 film experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
it was. I talk about it in my Letterboxd review, but it was more immersive than I ever thought it would be. Yeah.
Awesome. Part of me wishes that I had the IMAX experience, but the rest of me was just like, whatever, man. It's a movie. I can watch it on any screen. It's fine. I went to the King of Prussia Theater, which is like the biggest one without being an IMAX, right?
Yeah.
Which is the same reason we're going to see Spider-Man at 9 a.m. on Friday at the big theater in KOP, just because like the little ones don't really do it. But anyway, yeah, I thought this movie was a blast. I thought that something was missing from the cave situation, but I couldn't remember what it was, having not read it in so long, with the Cyclops. I thought that was a little in and out, a little too quick. Nobody. It was like the word play and the trickery.
Oh, that's right. But
also
the
other ogres, other giants.
Actual conversation that happens. But other than that, man, I thought this movie was a blast, and I've had almost as much fun after the fact watching little clips and behind the scenes videos about how they accomplished a lot of this stuff in camera, and then I did watching the film. It made me want to go back and rewatch the movie. I feel like this is going to have a really good rewatchability factor for me.
I think you can hold the ish in camera.
Yeah.
Because like,
things like, okay, they have the guys in jet skis, but then they fix it in post.
It's still in camera tricks. They do it all in camera.
Actors
and then
are reacting to a physical thing that exists.
In capture in camera.
And like the puppet.
It was a giant puppet.
So cool.
For the Cyclops. And then later on, a person is inserted into it, but like they are reacting to something in camera as opposed to staring at a tennis ball for an eye line kind of thing. Yeah. Did you read about the camera stuff? You read about the camera stuff, right? Like what they had to develop for the camera and blah, 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 blah.
No. So besides like the coffin?
Well, that's part of it, but it was even more than that, which is really cool. So like, this is the first movie that's been completely shot in IMAX, not just an action scene or here or there. The reason for that is because the IMAX cameras are so fucking loud that absolutely everything would have to be dubbed later, which is terrible for performances. So he had IMAX develop the blimp, which is this big encasing that goes over it to kind of proof the sound, so they're able to do scenes one-on-one close to each other. However, this thing is so fucking big. Normally when you have two people doing a scene against each other, the camera is like right back here, right behind them, so you can get an eye line when you're talking to somebody and like act with them. Yeah. That is completely impossible with this giant thing in the middle. So he created mirrors. Yeah. There's a mirror system on each side of the camera that's like you're getting a performance and then the other person's getting a performance. So you're Robert Pattinson is doing lines to Spider-Man, who's actually over there, but his eye line is right here in front of him because they would set up mirrors to actually act against.
That's awesome.
To be able to like pull off close-ups with IMAX, which is just stupid.
I have been thinking
it's stupid and genius how simple it is.
I'm smiling really quickly because the sentence Robert Pattinson and Spider-Man says a lot about their career so far. I think. JD, go ahead.
I've been thinking about the difference between CG and practical effects, and they're both differing degrees of, that the thing you're looking at is not real. That the head that is exploding, even though it's a practical effect, that is just corn syrup and gush. But as opposed to CG, right? That's fake. Right. But for some reason, it's more egregious for me when I'm watching something and seeing the CG look bad than I am the practical effect look bad. And I think that's why. Part of the fun of talking about this movie isn't just sort of the movie itself, but the behind the scenes and the craft and the workarounds that had to be created in order to make this movie, as opposed to we'll just sit in front of a computer. So I think that makes it more of an experience for me. And I've just now coming up with the idea of like, why is that different CG versus practical? Why do I respect practical more? And it's just the craft behind it, I think, even though there is craft behind CG.
There's a concept in, I think it's like mostly used in terms of like live events, called indexicality, which is the notion of the connection that you had to a thing, like a shared experience of being in the room versus just like watching it later on.
What's it called?
Indexicality.
Right.
And I think that that's part of what you experience when you watch something like the Odyssey, is the notion of like there were actors in an environment interacting with each other. Like, could you make that same movie and none of that was the way that it was? Yeah, sure. We've all seen really good movies where you find out later on it was shot in the volume and half the actors weren't even there in the time. But there is an extra level of connection to it when you know that those things were done practically.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm going to read my Letterboxd review.
Do it.
Please do.
Because we were touching on some things.
I'm going to eat a gummy.
The Odyssey, 2026. Truly gifted storytellers can use your knowledge and expectations against you. They recontextualize the familiar to introduce a new truth. With The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan does just that. He uses the oldest, most recognizable text in literature, adapted hundreds of times before, and successfully shares a new perspective that is both timeless and prescient. I started this film being impressed with the scale, the effort of all those behind the camera and outside the frame. I absorbed it as a movie at arm's length, just being impressed. As it progressed, I became lost in it. The lines blurred, and by the third act revelations, I found myself moved. Nolan doesn't add any arbitrary twist or rewrites the plot so much as peels a few layers back in a way that felt genuinely important. Those plot points and character beats feel so authentic that maybe they existed between the pages all these years, and it just took a gifted storyteller to point them out. I cannot recommend this flick enough. It is a movie with a capital M and will eventually exist in the same exalted space as classics such as Ben-Hur, Ten Commandments, and Gone with the Wind.
That was one of the things that I took away from this experience as well was, and I don't know why, but part of me was
4.5 stars.
Unknowingly anticipating a super amount of gore and a super amount of nudity, I guess because of the time, the time period. And I walked away thinking like, oh, this would be something that you could even like, I don't know, when I was a kid and it was a rainstorm, we couldn't go out for recess, we would sit in the auditorium and they would put on a movie. I feel like this kind of fills that space a little bit where it can be a family film, despite, even there's a scene where there is a beheading, but it cuts to a statue being beheaded as opposed to the character you're watching.
There's people being eaten, there's monsters, there's some terror and peril, but it's not there's
egregious.
Nothing, it's not exploitative.
Yeah. So that was another thing that I came away. I was like, oh man, you could just show this to Kai in a couple of years as opposed to maybe
I really do
years.
think this will be timeless.
Yeah.
Not just like because it's Nolan. There's something about the aesthetic of this movie that makes it feel like it was made 60 years ago.
Yeah.
But also can be made 30 years from now and it would still be
like a classic adventure film, right?
Movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what did you think?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
You and I have had a long discussion as of late about Nolan and where we sit with him.
Yeah.
And I am not a Nolan guy. I say that not because I think that I have some special insight into his movies. It's just his mode as a storyteller typically doesn't work for me.
Interesting.
My favorite one Nolan movie that I truly love is Interstellar. I know Noel does not love Interstellar.
Whoa.
But
I need to revisit it.
My
I
man
really
hates
do.
this movie.
Here's the thing.
Hate's strong.
You were
like angry at
You were
it.
coming hate when we were talking a little bit.
I get more mad about missed it by 5 degrees than I do for straight whiffs.
Yeah, okay.
I'm more pissed about Interstellar because
It's so close.
I feel like it's so close to me just fucking taking bullets for it and it couldn't get there.
Does
so
the
I do
table
need to revisit it.
Does the table like The Prestige?
I
think
love
that's
The Prestige.
that's
You
top
should.
3 Nolan.
Oh my God, I love The Prestige. I will watch that movie any day.
That's the
this
best
year-
Nolan.
This year is the 20th anniversary.
Oh, don't tell me that. That makes me feel old.
And that means it's an excuse to watch it. Calm
yeah,
the
great.
fuck down,
Awesome.
everybody. Calm the fuck down.
I'm just old.
And he did say that they're striking a 70 millimeter print of it because they're
very cool.
exploding the 35 mil. It was shot in film. Anyway,
Well, I'm sorry. What is?
So the Nolan,
Interstellar.
the Nolan thing for me,
Yeah.
I love Interstellar. I love Interstellar because it's the one of his movies that I think operates with a little bit of magic. And you can, I've seen the comments I get when you tag me in these videos. I know what people are going to say. It's fine. I'm prepared for it. Part of the reason why Interstellar works for me is magic because it's that Arthur C. Clarke statement. I'm not even going to look at that.
Yeah.
That Arthur C. Clarke
That's
statement
good.
about how, advanced enough technology looks like magic.
yeah.
I think that slots into the thing that is missing from his other movies, because he made a movie about dreams where he has no surrealism, no real dream logic to it. He made a movie about the gods with no gods. Again, there's the line about like, you can tell thunder, things like that. There's not it's just, I want a little bit more whimsy. Sure. I want a little bit more fantasy.
My man could have a bit more whimsy.
And that's okay. Right. That's not what he's interested in.
Yeah.
But the parts of this movie that work for me the most are the ones where he butts up against that. The Cersei scene, the Hades scene. Yeah. Those are scenes that I really like because he leans into the myth, the magic, the fantasy of it all. And that is not always present, especially in the first half of the movie. That wasn't present. So half of the movie, I was worried that I wasn't going to like it. I did end up liking it. I liked it a lot because of the Matt Damon monologue at the end, where he reflects on how he might have, his actions condemning society.
Can we save that for spoilers?
I don't think there's spoilers for this movie.
I don't think that there's plot spoilers for this movie, but I do think that there are, and I alluded to it. Yeah. There are story beats that didn't explicitly exist in the original text that he pulls through.
That really surprised me.
That ripped my gut out.
Same.
I found myself moved. I was almost crying for the last third of this movie, and I did not expect.
And there's a reveal in here that I wasn't anticipating.
Yeah,
with that beheading.
And so my problem with Interstellar, I agree with you. There is magic in that movie. It handles technology and it handles interstellar travel and science fiction with a kind of whimsical, we can achieve this and this is what it would look like. And
almost
that
like a religious awe
is the greatest thing in the world. The movie falls apart for me when it connects that to the actual emotional experiences of the characters that are wildly flat for me.
Okay.
I do not buy him as a father. I do not buy his there's a lot of things about the home experience for Interstellar that I think that version of Christopher Nolan was not prepared for.
Okay.
So I often always kind of come to his movies with I'm not expecting emotional.
Right.
I'm not expecting to become emotional, but I am expecting to be impressed with how you put this puzzle box together.
Yeah.
And Interstellar for me was the time that he stepped out of his lane to try something, and I think it was a whiff. To me, it felt like the inverse of when Spielberg tried to make a Kubrick movie.
Yeah.
This was Nolan trying to make a Spielberg movie, and it was like, Nolan, that is not your language. That's not your love language.
Well, we have agreed, though, via our conversation this week, that I'm going to revisit my least favorite Nolan, which is Tenet, and you're going to revisit your
Tenet's so good.
least favorite Nolan, which is Interstellar.
I will.
And we're gonna crisscross and see.
And I think that does have a bit of whimsy.
Tenet has whimsy up the wazoo.
A little bit.
No.
It is, I think, his up until the Odyssey, his most emotionally resonant movie, especially if you kind of think beyond what they tell you in the text of like who those characters are or not.
No, if you could just specifically, what's the part in Interstellar that specifically lost you?
The bookcase?
No, I was totally fine with that. There's a couple of moments that specifically lost me. When we keep going back to Earth, that they just yada yada his son.
Yeah,
in
he
the
just
most
forgets about him, right?
Horrific way, and then his son's death and all this crazy shit. So like that.
Why have that character in the movie at all?
The character means absolutely nothing in regards to like the plot of the movie
or the father.
Good point.
And
that's a great point.
And then the space version of it, the emotionality of it is Anne Hathaway, fucking amazing actress. Her character motivation changes on a dime halfway through the movie when it is inconvenient in every way, shape, and form. Like, she immediately turns into a love conquers all, I'm going this way. Whereas for the last hour and a half, she is the hardest person that tells Coop to like, buckle it in, you idiot, right?
Yeah.
And then that is just smacked over and shoehorned again by Matt Damon's character, who I still don't understand his motivation.
He's the best character in the movie.
I need to revisit it.
We'll talk about it later.
I also would like to revisit it.
But so like that was just the third thing that kind of tipped me over the edge of like, okay, so I guess he's a surprise antagonist. Cool. And then the very end of it all, he meets his entire lineage and then high fives everybody and bounces.
Toodles.
It didn't feel earned at all to go for the chance to spend time with somebody that I did not see him have any kind of real emotional connection with on screen.
Sure. Here's what I'll say. This is the world that you're entering when we're talking about Chris Nolan movies for me. My favorite two Nolan movies are Interstellar, which everybody agrees is a departure, and Insomnia, which is the only one of his movies he didn't write.
Actually, I love that movie.
It's been a while for me.
I like Chris Nolan when he's not Chris Nolan, apparently.
Gotcha.
is what it
Fair.
is.
Pink is in the chat saying, "Oh my God, we can admit this. I do not like Nolan.
Totally fine.
Never have. Totally valid." Jontler.
That is my friend Joe. Fucking getting my back.
Hi, John.
Getting my back.
Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Interstellar was emotionally damaging in an entirely new way. After I became a parent, I found him entirely believable.
When it comes to Murph, sure.
What about his other child that he completely doesn't give a shit about and forgets?
We all know we only have room in our heart for one child.
I was going to say.
That's why I
Joe,
only have
Joe
one.
has 3, so I'm a little worried about him.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
I'm worried about your
Pick
kids,
one,
bro.
Joe.
But the thing is, even with my aggravation about the plot contrivances of Interstellar, I will not fight anybody of it being their favorite movie. It is an incredibly impressive, beautiful. I saw that in 70mm IMAX also.
I've only ever seen it in 70mm. That's the
It was a wonderful experience that I started to get frustrated with, but I never stopped being impressed with what was being shown to me. So like even when he misses, I don't care. Like it's still
It's
a
fun
Nolan
to watch him miss, right?
Basically.
He puts in the work at least.
I whenever I watch Interstellar, which I try and only say for the big screen because it's that kind of a movie, it is one of those movies that I there's about 10, 15 minutes of the movie solid where I'm crying. Oh. And I keep trying to tell Andrew to go see it with me. And I tried to describe one of the scenes to her and she started crying and she was like, she's never seen it. She's like, I'm not going to watch this movie with you.
Is it when he's watching the videos?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is the emotional crux of the entire movie. I just wish it wasn't.
I only have daughters. Who cares about the boy?
Fair. Super fair. Hey, we watched The Odyssey.
We did.
Oh, that's right. The Odyssey. That was a movie we watched.
So there's a couple. Do we want to jump in? Everybody liked it.
Spoilers.
We all liked it a little bit more than Matt, but still thought it was an impressive journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I want to talk about spoilers.
Okay. That was louder than I meant.
Even now, I like 5 days after we saw it, I even asked Sam. So the reveal of the face of Athena he has seen before.
Yeah, man.
That
Awesome.
to me was the first gut punch.
Mm-hmm.
The second gut punch being the realization that we are the people in the sea because we are the ones that truly broke Zeus's law.
Yeah, man.
Which is the most prescient allegory for PTSD I've ever seen captured on film, which I wasn't expecting from the Odyssey, which could have just been a sword and sandal linear movie, and I got probably something I didn't know that I needed. And for me, that will always make this probably a top 5.
It made me
top
want
5 Nolan because it surprised me in a way that I did not expect.
My initial reaction because of those two reveals was, I got to go back and reread the Odyssey.
Yes,
I haven't reread the Odyssey in a very long time. And then I realized that my favorite things about this movie aren't in the Odyssey.
Also same.
You know, I was like, oh, well.
Or Nolan's
I kinda just
interpretation of the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this special.
His regret, Odysseus's regret, and the reason he hasn't come home in all these years, besides the flower,
Which he willingly kept
took,
eating.
You know. I forgot that he had apparently kids with what is her
Calypso.
name? Oh, Calypso. I forgot he had a kid.
His kid with Andrew reminded me that his kid with Calypso ends up marrying Penelope after Odysseus dies in like the lineage of the story.
now.
So it's weird. It gets weird.
But
she wants Odysseus. Anyway, she can have him.
There's still blood there, technically.
No, you're totally right. Yeah. You can marry a brother. You can marry a sister.
That's
You
fine.
can marry a kid. You're fine.
So anyway,
I thought that was just so incredibly impressive. It also introduced, so I do think the gods are real in this movie. Magic is real. It's just kind of presented in a almost Games of Thrones-esque kind of grounded nature.
Sure.
But it does introduce,
like every man.
5 days later, I was talking with my wife and I just randomly asked her, I was like, look.
My wife.
Thanks. I didn't do that on purpose, but thank you. Hey, Sam. Yes? At the end of the Odyssey, do you think that it was, and I don't think there's a right answer to this, do you think that it's his guilt giving that face to Athena, or they explicitly broke Zeus's law by killing Athena as a person in disguise, which is part of the law?
Oh, I took that as guilt. What did she say?
She was like, it works both ways. And that was part of the awesome for me too. Like his religion, his belief, it could literally be, you don't know, you invite everyone into your door because they could be a god in disguise.
Yeah. Which I
they
love.
killed that god in disguise and it haunts him, or he is like the god takes the face of that innocent soul that they took.
Yeah.
Either way, it's devastating and beautiful.
Yeah.
And that is not complexity that I was expecting from this movie.
Yep.
And it still is rattling
So
in
good.
there.
It's
I almost prefer it from a magical whimsy kind of perspective. I prefer it to be that actually was Athena.
Yeah.
And he was recognizing in that moment, oh fuck.
yeah.
But it still works as why during the course of the movie, especially the back half, I started thinking about the suicide rates you read about of soldiers coming back, especially back in the 60s, because there was absolutely no help for them after seeing what they saw.
Yeah.
There's no therapy. There was no programs that kind of helped them through making sense of the things that they did or should be proud of. And all of these soldiers of his being picked off one by one was basically them just succumbing to or not understanding or falling into a pattern because they were not the same people that left. And that is a fucking scary, wonderful thing to kind of realize during the course of a movie.
Yeah.
This movie is beautiful, and I think everyone should see it. Yeah.
Did either of you read Emily Wilson's essay?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
I did. So I want to add on to that, because you were talking about this earlier about your favorite things not actually being in this version. The things that you love about the Odyssey being what Nolan added to it.
Yeah.
I'll give him points there, but only there. Not you, Nolan.
I understand.
Because I do think I did read Emily Wilson's article, and she is, for those that don't know, she is a decade ago did a retranslation of the Odyssey, which is not definitive, but considered like an incredible modernization, contemporization, still a poem, still maintains the structure of then, but does a really good job of like inviting it into the modern century. She wrote an essay where she takes a lot of it to task. She did not like this movie at all. And I think you're absolutely right. Like, I think a lot of going back to my high school experience, I think Odysseus is a very different character on the page than what Matt Damon does on the screen. I think that, Wilson talks a lot about this in her essay. He's in it for the glory. Like he wants to live forever, metaphorically or literally. And so I think that there's a lot of that Nolan has removed from this film to create a more complex and traumatized version of Odysseus. And without knocking what Wilson had to say, there's a lot of debate going on about her. I think a lot of it is gross. I think a lot of it is weirdly territorial about film criticism. It's totally fine that people outside of our industry have thoughts about movies. That's the reason we did that. That's kind of the fun of it. But I do think that it speaks to how beautiful adaptation can be, that this is not a faithful adaptation of the Odyssey in the sense of the themes that Nolan sees in it. But those are, if I think what were the three things that I love the most about the film, I think that it is the Circe scene, I think that it is the Hades scene, and I think it's the flashback monologue at the end. And there's a lot of Nolan in each of those. A lot of those is how he does it, why he does it, rather than the beat-by-beat story elements. So I think this is a great case for unfaithful adaptations. More filmmakers should take the liberties they want to take with their source material. If Chris Nolan can be like, I'm going to do it a little different than Homer, anybody can do it with anything. You don't need to do faithful adaptations. Tell the story you want to tell, use it as a jumping off board. And I think that's one of the things I do love about this movie.
I mean, from the comic book perspective, we talk about that all the time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, I don't care if the costume's different. I don't care if like it didn't happen that way in the books. I have the books. I've read the books. I enjoyed the books. Show me something else.
Yeah.
Stay true to the source of it, the soul of it. Yeah, but do I give a shit if James Bond is blonde? No.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, if you're just make it something your own because I already have something. Surprise me.
Yeah.
It's a really cool sandbox that Chris Nolan decided to play in, and I loved the castles he built, and I really don't want them to look like somebody else's version of it. I like them to look his.
No, this movie's really special.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited to rewatch this. I'm hopefully in IMAX. I don't know if I don't think Sushan's interested in seeing it in IMAX with me. I might just go by myself, but yeah, it is a lot of time in a theater.
Yeah, well, it was it went by pretty fast.
It did.
There was no trailers for IMAX 70 except one 7-minute sequence for Dune
Evil Dead Burn.
3.
Oh.
Dune Part 3. There was a because they shot part of that in IMAX also. So that was presented in 70.
What? Am I crazy? Was there a preview for Other Mommy
Yes.
before? Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
what.
right,
Yeah, that's what the kids were talking about on.
It's a horror movie.
No, I've seen the trailer.
Oh yeah, woof, gave me chills.
Can I shout out my boy really quickly too?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if
Christopher
I've said
Nolan?
on here.
Your
Definitely
boy
Chris Nolan. My favorite work of art ever is the television adaptation of Station 11. I think it is.
Yeah.
I
Mackenzie
feel
Davis.
that with every fiber of my being. And I love it so much that I have been following Himesh Patel's career like a hawk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is wild to me that he has more screen time than all of these other actors that were out there doing like Hot Ones and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that's a little annoying, a little frustrating.
Yeah.
But I love Himesh Patel. He's such a big character in this movie.
Yes.
What's that sitcom I just watched him in with the Hollywood
the studio.
the studio?
He was great in that.
Yeah, that was great.
He's I love. He's going to be.
fantastic.
He's in the new X-Files with Danielle Day.
Is he? Nice.
The Ryan Coogler one. So.
Is this a reboot? Is it
don't
is it
know.
like a sequel?
They haven't announced it yet.
Because I don't have a lot of experience with the original X-Files, but I keep thinking maybe I'll go watch the original.
He's such a fan. It's probably some sort of connection.
I would imagine he wouldn't
Yeah.
pass on it.
Yeah.
But Himesh Patel is just one of the most emotive
He's good.
actors
I
that
love
I've ever
him.
seen in my entire life. I love him so much. He's great in this.
Yeah, let's talk about the cast a little bit. How did you think? What did everyone mogs or I can't say mog anymore.
You ruined it.
everyone clowns on Tom Holland, but I thought he was
Why?
fine. He was great.
I thought he was great.
He was a great large adult child.
Kind of. I mean, that's what the role required, right? Like he's treated like a child.
He should have. I
Because
mean, the character should have been 14, 15 in the movie, not even the adaptation. He should have been younger. But I think Holland does a good job with what he
Yeah,
has.
I thought he was great.
Like
I don't think there was a bad
I can't get
actor in this film.
I can't get over. There are two actors in this film that were almost elevated versions of themselves more so than characters.
Ben Barenthal?
No, well, actually,
Benny
there's three.
Yeah.
Three. Count Barenthal. Yeah, sure. But it was Holland and Pattinson. I think they are just elevated versions of like caricatures as opposed to characters in this movie. However,
You said Pattinson and Spider-Man?
yeah, Pattinson and
Thank
Spider-Man.
you.
But they work in the context of, so he made everybody speak in an English accent. It was all like common parlance, and they are caricatures. You've got like, the dutiful son that is green and this twerpy man who hates beggars. But even their excesses or the unbelievability of their roles kind of worked in the broad strokes, because there's a point in the movie with Holland where I think I bought him exclusively when he sees Odysseus with the dog, and they have a silent kind of understanding with each other. Like,
Right through that scene too.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even have daddy
I thought you,
issues,
like,
and I'm
hated
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
No, it was the dog. I didn't care.
Well, but
Like throw the daughter into the ocean to appease Poseidon, whatever. You show a dog wag once, and I'm like,
but that whole sequence of like, the kid suspected, but like that confirmation, and he still wouldn't tell him the truth, but he knew. But then like that was just so well done, and also John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo is the MVP in this movie for me. As
I
far
think
as,
so.
like,
Even
was
though he
so
kills
good.
puppies.
He does just whoop.
yeah, but as was the parlance at the time.
Yeah, but like
Who hasn't killed a couple?
they go out of their way to do like the.
Who hasn't been actively killing puppies only to have Odysseus train one of them to be a hunting dog that recognizes him 20 years later when he comes back from war?
A tale as old as time.
Magic.
Literally. All of us. Raise your hand if not.
Yeah.
But this is probably his third best role.
After
Behind
Romeo and Juliet.
Luigi Mario of Super Mario Brothers
Yeah.
Pest.
and The Pest. Yeah.
We're on the same
We
page.
know what's happening.
We know what we're doing.
Fucking whatever. He actually retweeted me. Not
what?
retweeted me.
Oh.
Reshared my
He
post.
punched me in the face.
I did a post of the Super Mario Brothers
Oh, nice.
Trust the Fungus
Oh, yeah, dude.
edition. And I got like a John Leguizamo reshared your post. I'm like, what the fuck? And now it's got like 5,000,
That's amazing.
6,000 views.
He bought me the collector's edition of Kill Bill, so
Yeah. He's not even in
You've
that
been
movie. That's just
mocked.
impressive.
Yeah.
That's just so impressive.
I loved him in Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, sure. Great.
Baz
Yeah,
Luhrmann.
but The Pest.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
You haven't lived.
Samantha Morton. I thought that whole sequence, holy shit. I love that whole thing. And I can't believe that a lot of that was in camera as well. It was all like animatronics and what have you. I thought that was so cool.
I have not read Angelica Jade Bastien apparently has a really good piece about her being the best female character that Nolan has ever written. And I'm excited to read that at some point soon.
Send that over when you.
Yeah, some Vulture.
Yeah. Anything else about the Odyssey?
It's really great. I think it is living up to the hype.
Yeah.
In so much as like, it's a big movie and it deserves presentation. Like
I just wish it wasn't so woke.
Yeah. Could have done without Lupita Nyong'o.
Jesus Christ.
both of her.
Yeah.
I will, however I feel about the movie on any given day, whether I liked it or really liked it, I will never be able to get the Sirens theme by what's his face, the composer, out of my head. That two string melody.
Ludwig
Göransson. That one. Exactly that one.
Is that them?
That was a really good scene.
Yeah.
It's been in my feed a lot. That like pling 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 theme. I love it.
Oh, I am enjoying all the memes and threads of the memes have been really great. The people knowing all of Penelope's lines. I wanted to see that whole sequence. Everything from dogs and cats stringing a bow and twerking it. Beggars.
Beggars.
Somebody get these beggars out of here. That's just gonna live forever.
Yeah.
Even on the most superfluous levels, I'm glad this movie exists.
Yeah.
It is a rare thing I've had to mute keywords on Blue Sky, which is, I don't have to do that very often just because of capital T, the capital D discourse. But that's great. Like that is, I wish more movies would inspire this level of fervor on everybody's part. And I'm very glad that this one is. It might not always lead to most healthy discussions online, but we should care this much about many, many more movies. And anytime we do care, I'm very excited and I'm happy for this one.
Hell yeah.
This was wonderful.
Yeah. Hey, what's the physical release date on this?
Oh, they haven't announced it yet.
Oh.
But I do know
You'll let me know?
It's not getting a premium release because of Universal doesn't do them.
Only being released in Redbox.
Yeah, so there's Amaray, there's Steelbook, there's collector's editions, and there's premiums. Premiums are only done by certain companies with the highest quality materials.
Was that a premium? Your Kill Bill?
No, that is a boutique.
Oh, I see.
With Amaray cases inside. So the plastic cases, those are Amaray cases with slip covers.
It does not the 3D holographic.
Oh, this is a flip lenticular.
Flip lenticular.
But it comes from a boutique studio, so it's just like kind of
from a boutique studio, JD.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
With a flip lenticular.
Who gets a license from Lionsgate to make these,
Right.
and they can only make so many. Premiums are, the Spider-Man that I came with. That's a premium with all the weird bells and whistles, and only like 500 made in the world, and but Universal doesn't license out for premiums or boutiques, usually. Sometimes boutiques, but usually only their genre stuff. So at most, it'll get a steelbook or a collector's edition, which is basically just a steelbook in a slipcase with some like lobby cards.
The thing that makes me sad is that I'll never have a TV big enough.
For this?
For this
No, I don't
movie.
think anybody
Yeah,
will.
I mean,
unless you got a projector.
Yeah.
But I think the movie will, again, it's like a timeless kind of movie.
Yeah.
Like it'll be good no matter what. And, every 5 years, they'll probably re-release it in some format.
I'd say more than that. The Regals and the AMCs aren't going to let very long go by without putting it in theaters for every March Madness. It'll be one of the ones in rotation.
You're right.
It's going to show up a bunch.
But you do know they're Nolan's movies even Tenet had a re-release in 70 mil and made tons of money, and that's his least favorite movie. Or people's least favorite movie of his.
Oh man, I thought it was so
by the numbers too.
Yeah, Pink says, "Stop rubbing your 12-incher on JD's face, Noel."
What this?
Hold on. Thank you. Are we done? Give me that. I'm taking it with me.
Sure.
That.
I know it's too much. It's too heavy.
It's a lot. The
world is too big and I'm too small.
It's more of like an art piece in my office than it is like a functional movie. Hey,
all right.
The Tower of
Beatrix.
So for anybody that's wondering, I prefer it as two movies.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back and litigate that.
I mean, I guess I have no choice. It's on 2 goddamn discs. Fuck off.
It defeats the purpose.
You ruined it for me.
I mean, when you were watching,
per usual, Noel.
when you're watching it and it says flip to the next disc at the same plot point as the other movie.
Damn it.
I only want to do ad-supported streaming for Kill Bill, so that's where I'm at with it.
Perfect.
You know what? If you streamed the whole bloody affair on Peacock, it's one film.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to flop it.
And
Now I'm mad too. I wasn't mad. I was like, what could he possibly? The fucking Noel. What a contrarian. Of course he's going to find something about this wonderful box set to be upset about. And now he's rubbed it off on me.
I didn't have to find it. It found me.
God damn it.
He's rubbed it off on you?
Yes. I'm going to rub it off on him later. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hey, tell them where to find you.
Hi, you can find me online. I'm Blue Sky Monagle at bsky.social. I'm on Instagram at Matt Monagle, and you can support the publication that I co-own with a friend of mine in Los Angeles. It's called Certified Forgotten, www.certifiedforgotten.com.
Go there, you stupids.
It's cool stuff.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll talk at you later.
Bye.
Cultpop!